Samachir Kalvi, 9th Standard English, Supplementary 1. The Envious Neighbor. It is a Japanese folk tale. Let us see the hard words and its meanings from the story. Tidbit. A small piece of tasty food. Wagging. Moving or causing to move rapidly to and fro. Covetous. Having or showing a great desire to possess something belonging to someone else. Obliged. Make someone legally or morally bound to do something. Mortar. A hard, strong bond in which substances are crushed to powder. Withered. Become dry and shriveled. Let us move to the characters of the story. Good old couple, evil old couple, dog, prince and his servants. Then we move on to the warm-up. Ratan Tata, Asim Premji are a few rich people of India who spend a part of their wealth on charity. What influences them to share and care for others? They are rich businessmen of India and they help other people through their charity. This shows their helping tendency. The second question. Think of any undesirable quality that you would like to get rid of and discuss it with your friends. Which means, if you find any unpleasant or improper quality from your friend's behavior, how could you prevent them from that quality? Third question. Do you like pets? Why? In our home, we grow up pets. That also shows our helping tendency. Let us move to the first paragraph of the story. Now read the Japanese folk tale about two neighbors and how their characters changed their lives. In the old days, there lived an honest man with his wife, who had a pet dog which they used to feed with fish and tidbit from their own kitchen. One day, as the old folks went out to work in their garden, the dog went with them and began playing about. All of a sudden, the dog stopped short and began to bark. Bow, wow, wow, wagging his tail violently. The explanation of the first paragraph. Many years ago, there lived an old couple with their pet dog. They loved their dog very much and often used to feed it with fish and some leftovers from the kitchen. One day, they went to work in their garden and the dog accompanied them to play around. Suddenly, while playing, the dog began to bark and wagged his tail violently to let the old folks know he found something in the garden. Let us move to the second paragraph of the story. The old people thought that there must be something nice to eat under the ground. So they brought a spade and began digging. When lo and behold, the place was full of gold pieces and silver and all sort of precious things which had been buried there. So they gathered the treasure and after giving alms to the poor, bought themselves rice fields and corn fields and became wealthy people. The explanation of the second paragraph. The old couple thought that there might be something eatable under the ground where their pet dog was standing. So they got a spade and dug under the soil. To their surprise, they noticed gold pieces, silver and many precious things. Then the couple took the treasure and gave some to the poor. With the remaining wealth, they bought some cornfields and rice fields for themselves. Let us move to the third paragraph of the story. Now, in the neighboring house, there dwelt a covetous and stingy old couple who, when they heard what had happened, came and borrowed the dog, and having taken him home, prepared a great feast for him, and said, "If you please, Mr. Dog, we should be much obliged to you if you would show us a place with plenty of money in it." The explanation of the third paragraph. The good old couple had an immoral couple as their neighbors, who were ungenerous and greedy. Soon they came to know the story about the dog and the treasure. They requested the good old couple to borrow the dog. Then they took the dog home and made many varieties of food for it and asked the dog to show them a place wherein they get enough money. so that they would be happy and be moral to the dog. Let us move to the fourth paragraph of the story. The dog, however, who up to that time had received nothing but cuff and kicks from his host, would not eat any of the dainties which they set before him. So the old people began to get cross, and putting a rope around the dog's neck, led him out into the garden. But it was all in vain. He let them lead him where they might. Not a sound would the dog utter. He had no bow for them. At last, however, the dog stopped at a certain spot and began to sniff. So, thinking that this must surely be the lucky place, they dug and found nothing but a quantity of dirt and nasty offal, over which they had to hold their noses. Furious at being disappointed, the wicked old couple seized the dog and killed him. The explanation of the fourth paragraph. The evil couple ill-treated the dog and often used to cuff it and kick it. The dog was not happy with the behavior of the couple and avoided eating the delicious foods made by them. This made the evil couple very angry, and they tied the rope around the dog's neck and dragged it into the garden. The dog did not bark at all wherever the couple took it in the garden. Whatever the couple did to make the dog bark for the treasure has went waste. But after some time, the dog stopped at one point and started sniffing. By seeing the dog sniffing, the evil couple were happy, thinking that it was the place they were looking for full of treasures. They started digging the place, and they got only dirt and the awful smell of a decomposed dead animal. The evil old couple got disappointed, and then they killed the dog. Let us move to the fifth paragraph of the story. When the good old man saw that the dog whom he had lent did not come home, he went next door to ask what had become of him. And the wicked old man answered that he had killed the dog and buried him at the root of a pine tree. So the good old fellow, with a heavy heart, went to the spot, and having set out a tray with delicate food, he burnt incense and adorned the grave with flowers, as he shed tears over his lost pet. Explanation of the fifth paragraph. The good old man awaited for his dog, which he had given to his neighbor. As it still hadn't returned home, he went to the evil old couple to get back his dog. They were remarkably cruel, and answered that they had killed the dog and buried it under the pine tree. The good old man felt sad, as he loved his dog very much. To show his love towards his dog, he set a plate with delicious food and burnt some incense sticks at the dog's grave under the pine tree. He also decorated the dog's grave with some flowers and cried. Let us move to the sixth paragraph of the story. That night, when the good old man was fast asleep in bed, the dog appeared to him, and after thanking him for all his kindness, said, "Cause the pine tree under which I am buried to be cut down and made it into a mortar, and use it, thinking of it as if it were myself." The explanation of the sixth paragraph. That night, when the good old man was sleeping, the dog came in his dream and thanked him for all the things he had offered to its grave. The dog felt that the old man was too kind and asked him to cut the pine tree under which it was buried and make a machine mortar. It even asked the kind man to take care of the mortar as it was the dog himself. In this class, we have seen the behavior difference between the good old couple and the bad old couple. And also we have learnt the love and affection between the dog and the good old couple. And also we have come across how the good old couple and the bad old couple treated the dog. We will see the remaining paragraphs in the next video. Thanks for watching.